Dr. Carrie Watkins discovered her passion for transportation at 16 years old when she was an exchange student in Germany.
I could literally go from my front door, bike to the local city, get on a train, which would take me to a high-speed train, and I could be, 4 countries over, traveling completely by myself, having no driver's license, and just that sense of freedom that I could get out and do these kinds of things, not having to own a car was amazing to me.
Her experience abroad changed her perspective on transit in the United States, and now as an assistant professor in the Georgia Tech School of Civil and Environmental Engineering, she's focusing her efforts on making Atlanta a bike-friendly city.
All of our infrastructure is really built around the idea of using a vehicle to get from one place to another. So you put a cyclist in that situation and they don't feel safe because the road is designed for very high numbers of vehicles and very fast vehicles. And so bikes don't mix in that very easily.
Watkins says the first step in building better bike infrastructure is to collect data about where cyclists are traveling and the barriers they're currently facing.
We can then look at that data and see, okay, is she avoiding certain roads? Is she going out of her way to use a path that exists between the two, or a road that has a bike lane or something like that? So we get a better idea of what your preferences are as a cyclist, and then we ask questions about, are you a female? Are you of a certain age group? Do you have a certain income? And then we can segment the data.
She's been gathering this data using a smartphone app called Cycle Atlanta that she developed with Dr. Christopher Ladontic in the School of Literature, Media, and Communication. Cyclists can use the app to record their trips around the city and report problems along their route.
If you wanted to note one of the issues or amenities, that's what this is for. You can see it says pavement issue, traffic signal, enforcement, bike parking, bike lane. So this was just our own list of the things that we saw as issues that you might run into. So let's say we had someone who was parked in the bike lane and we wanted to note that. We can take a picture and add a photo. We can add some details about that if we wanted to, and then save that, and then it would keep that noted point in the program.
By creating heat maps of the recorded trips, Watkins has been able to determine which parts of the city have the most cyclist usage and relay that information to the City of Atlanta and the Atlanta Regional Commission.
Peachtree was a big one for the city. When they saw how many cyclists we had actually recorded on Peachtree, they were amazed.
Watkins recognizes that we may never be able to achieve the scale of bike infrastructure that exists in Europe, but hopes that Cycle Atlanta can get us a little bit closer.
If I was dreaming big, that's the direction that I would go, because there are always going to be people who have to drive, but for people who don't have to be driving, it's so much better for your health, it's so much better for the sustainability of our community.